Hi, I'm Amy, Master Herbalist and founder of Herbs for You, and today I'm going to introduce to you a new Master Herbalist, Sue Froschheuser. I have Sue here today, so Sue, tell us a little bit about your medical background.
Okay, I've been in the medical field for almost 40 years, and I know that's a long time, but I started out as a medical assistant, and then I went into medical transcription. Mainly I've worked in the field of cardiology most of these years, and most recently in pediatric cardiology.
Mm-hmm.
What I was finding is there are a lot of adults and a lot of children on prescription medications, and I just felt that they really weren't getting better. They just keep coming back, or they keep switching the medications.
Mm-hmm.
So through my years of just reading a lot of articles, I just intuitively felt that there was something wrong with that system.
So, 40 years, that's a long time. So how did you get this jump from the medical into alternative and herbs?
Well, part of it was my own going to the doctor. I was heavily involved in athletics. I did a lot of marathons, bike races, triathlons, adventure races, and with a high level of competing, I would get stress fractures. And I would go to the doctor and I would say, what can I do nutritionally to help my stress fracture heal? And they would say, well, take this anti-inflammatory, rest, and come back to see me. And if that doesn't work, we'll do an exploratory surgery. And I knew that something had to be better. So that led me to, at the time, I started looking on the internet more and reading more health articles. I actually started reading Dr. Mercola's articles.
Yes, he's very good.
He was a very good influence, and I just sometimes I couldn't wait for the next one to come out because there was such good information.
Yes.
At that point, then, I started implementing a lot of things in my own life, and I found that my stress fractures were healing, and during the time of my work in the cardiology field, my dad had a heart attack.
Oh.
And he was put on multiple medications, and he got every side effect that there was. And I got to thinking, well, maybe if I can help by doing research and reading about different things. He also had diabetes and significant gout.
Wow.
So we implemented some things, and he improved greatly. And he lived to be 90 years old.
Wow,
and the
that's
last
great.
3 years of his life were better actually than the last 10 years prior to that.
That's amazing.
Yep. He
was he still on quite a bit of medication, or?
I was able to get him off of his blood pressure medication, his cholesterol medication. We lowered his diabetes medication, and he went from not being able to mow. He'd have to take 3 or 4 days to mow 6 acres, and he could go out and knock it out and feel pretty good.
That's so exciting, because a lot of times people think when you're older, you just have to do what the doctor says and you can't improve, but that just proves that yes, even as a person is older, there's still room for improvement.
That's right. I take care of my mother, and she's been with us for 3 years, and I've done things with her. I've given her things like cayenne, and she'll perk right up when I think she's got some circulation problems. So I've just been able to help her as well.
That's great. So what's your background in the alternative as far as your studies and so forth?
Well, you probably don't know this, but you were influential to me when I first came to see you several years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I remember asking you where you went to school.
And you came to my house, didn't you? That was a long time ago.
And I asked you where you went to school, and that really stuck with me because this was just something that really, really interested me. And then some time went by. I guess I was taking care of my kids, and I was busy, and decided to look into it then. And I got my family herbalist through the Dr. Christopher's School of Natural Healing. And then after that, I wanted to learn more, and I again, you talked to me about Trinity School of Natural Health, and
Yes.
and so that at that point, then I looked into it, and this spring I got my Master Herbalist.
That's great.
So, and then soon I'll be starting the botanical medicine course through Dr. Patrick Jones in Idaho, and he emphasizes a lot of things on animals, which also is an interest to me. So I've worked also on the family dog, and we got rid of some patches that the dog had on its belly and itching, and she was biting, and she was chewing her fur off, and I made something, and her fur grew back. And
it's amazing. It's amazing what herbs can do when we learn how to use them, and then we start utilizing the knowledge that we have. It's great. Well, thank you, Sue. We're just so excited to have Sue on our team. She has some medical background, a lot of knowledge there, but then she has the herbal side, and she's used it. So we're really glad to have you. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you. It's great to be here.